Welcome to the Sleazy Podcast, the podcast about anything and everything, but mostly TV and movies. And now it's time to get sleazy.
All right, this is episode 131 of the Sleazy Podcast. I'm your host, Sleazy, and tonight I'm joined by Robzilla.
Hello.
Mr. PBS.
Howdy.
And from the Chicagoland area, Hot Sauce.
The haiku master.
Alive.
He is alive and very well.
The haiku master. You're the haiku master.
The haiku master.
Yeah.
Explain.
Didn't you put a haiku?
Oh, yeah. What was that? Cyanide and Happiness?
Yeah.
They had a haiku contest.
There's
I
that.
thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I forget what the guy's name is, but he's the guy who does the Cyanide and Happiness cartoon. You can find him on Facebook. It's like Rob Den Blydecker or something. And he had some little contest, like write a breakup haiku and whatever. Hot Sauce put one on there.
All right. That's good to know. I mean,
I'm trying to find it. Hang on.
Hot Sauce and haikus.
Yes. This seems like the time while I'm having a stroke. This seems like the time while I'm having summer fun for you to kick rocks.
Kick rocks. That's always good. Kick rocks. Good old school expression there.
excellent. Excellent. I mean, give you a little round of some applause there, buddy. Good job.
At least I didn't get run off stage.
You didn't get the Robzilla music,
Right.
Yeah. It's like it's only 17 syllables. I didn't even get through all of them.
Shut up, fat ass. Shut up, fat ass.
Shut up, fat ass.
It's like one of the best things of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, which we're going to get into, but not just yet. So, what is it? We've been off for 2 weeks now on our bi-weekly schedule.
Yes.
But lots has been going on, especially with that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case.
It's been fun.
I think we got a good show. I don't know. It's going to be, one of our iffy shows where we're just kind of bullshitting for the most part, making fun of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
It's going to be great.
And some crazy news, and we'll talk some Netflix. And if we got time, we'll even talk CinemaCon, which is like the convention that was made for Robzilla.
I know. I didn't go.
Rob's like, you mean to tell me there's a convention where all they do is show movie trailers?
And talk about movies?
I thought they were supposed to be premiering some movies around there too.
They showed like a half hour of Doctor Strange or something like that too.
Yeah.
But
They showed
That's next week.
yeah.
I wonder how you can anybody go to that, or do you have to be press?
Well, according to one story, apparently you can. You just you just need to serve people papers, apparently, so you can just walk in. So
we'll talk about that later too. But I figured we could live taste test our Mountain Dew Flaming Hot. I picked up a bottle of this. Hot Sauce has already had it. And what would you say your opinion is of it?
I enjoyed it. For me, it had there's lime in it, so it's got kind of a little bit of a citrusy back end. It almost kind of tastes like a berry Mountain Dew. So some kind of fruity, like a strawberry or something like that. A little bit of the citrusy lime, and then it's got I guess it would be considered like the flaming hot component to it, but it was more of just a tingle. That's kind of just. I'm saying it's probably like a ginger. They usually use ginger a lot when they're doing some kind of spicy thing to give you that little burn and tingle.
Like that Peter tingle?
Peter tingle?
Yeah.
It just tingles all over. You get it in the back of your neck. You get it in your throat.
Here you go, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm pretty sure that they did a very, very limited run that was without the lime. That was like an online only or like a promotional only.
That was almost 3 glasses. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit left in that 20. All right. So should we give it a test?
Sure.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I like that.
It's not bad.
It does have a little burn in the back of your throat.
It tastes like almost like Orange Crush with a little bit of heat to it.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like to me.
Yeah. It's got some heat to it.
It's not bad,
it's not
but
like you're drinking Tabasco sauce.
No, but
or
it's like,
something.
hey, that's a little kick to it than you would think having a pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
It's not bad. I mean,
Yeah, like you say, it's some kind of berry-ish Mountain Dew with just that little bit of heat at the end.
yeah, it does have heat at the end.
just reminds me like an orange crush with a little bit of heat at the end of it. That's what it tastes
Yeah,
like.
you get the citrusy. That lime gives it that little bit of citrusness.
I'm not buying a 12 pack of this.
No, I would not do that.
Like this 20 ounce was enough for us to
Try and
make our amends with it.
I've
I
tried
wish I could have found a
Mountain
20
Dew
ounce.
Zeros, and it's just like they all kind of start tasting the same at that point.
You bought a whole 12 pack, didn't you?
Yeah, I couldn't find a 20 ounce.
Did you slam it all?
No, my wife took a couple to work, and then I've drank a couple in the week or so that I've had it, but I don't deal with caffeine very well anymore.
The more like the bigger gulps you take, the more the burn is.
Because you get that. Well, you get the more gulp, and then you get the
afterburn.
air. Then you get the air going, and it starts burning more.
It's the afterburn, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not bad. It's got a nice little kick to it, but it's kind of like I went up by.
It's not like when we say it's hot, like it's not like you're eating hot wings and you're getting the sniffles or something like that. It's just got like a little. It's weird. It's like a
burn.
warm.
It's a warming sensation.
Yeah,
tingle, if you like we've said.
It's a warming sensation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Kind of like that hooker described it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, it's a warming sensation.
There's lot lizards.
Shut up, fat ass.
Best line from that.
Some of my buddies were talking about it in our group chat, and they're like, "Is this what it's come to? Like, a hot sauce flavor of Mountain Dew?" I'm like, "Hey, just wait till the next one is like sweet and tangy barbecue."
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming. I'm sure it's
coming.
coming.
Seen the Photoshop picture of the Funyuns one?
They got chips. Might as well make it.
I've never experienced anything like that.
Johnny's correct.
I turned the wrong. I turned the computer volume down instead of my phone. I was like, "Why is that playing?" That was an awesome TikTok, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the music that gets you going too.
Interstellar music in there.
Music. I've never experienced anything. I think I think that's the actual thing where he's talking about her shitting on the bed. It was so grotesque. I just couldn't do anything but laugh.
Well, I mean,
I just looked at it and knew that wasn't the dog's business.
I mean, I literally I think TikTok is just like my whole feed has just been like 90% Johnny Depp and 10% like stupid shit, like people getting hurt or whatever.
Yeah, it's like 70% Johnny and Amber, then the other 30% is weird shit caught on video or something like that. Or
so Hot Sauce says he hasn't watched any of the trial. So
Nope.
he's got some, feelings about watching the trial, and he's like, fuck these rich motherfuckers. I don't want anything to do with them.
Because a normal person can't go to court and act like they do and not get in trouble for it.
No.
Where is
100%
that?
facts.
Is that in Hollywood?
No, they had it. It's in Virginia.
Virginia,
because of wherever this stuff took place or whatever, they wanted it moved into Virginia for some reason. I forget what it was because I looked it up last time we were kind of talking about it.
I saw one. They had like the doorman or somebody testify the other day, and he was on Skype or whatever. And
see the vapor.
Yeah, he was vaping, and then like they're asking him, and he just starts going off. Like he was like, it didn't look like her face was swollen. Even if she had makeup on, if she had a black eye and it was swollen, you'd still be able to see. And he was like, once he got like everything he had to say, he was like, I'm fucking tired of this trial. He was like, I don't want to be bothered with it anymore. And he just keeps going off, and then he's like starting to drive. And the judge and everybody's just sitting there.
I was gonna say, it looked like he was in his car.
Yeah, he just starts driving once he says everything he has to say. Like he didn't know he was going to get, cross-examined or whatever, but he was just done with it. And like everybody in the courtroom is just fucking laughing.
And there's been some other people in the courtroom too. They're like, I'm just so depressed. I just can't deal with this shit no more. It's just, it's funny.
How much of a fucking G is Johnny Depp? Like they showed them like coming into the courtroom, arriving to court. Amber Heard rolls up. She's walking. She looks so fucking miserable. Like, I mean, obviously she is, all the shit is coming out that's personal and all this.
She's fucked up.
But then Johnny Depp rolls up in a fucking what is
Yukon
it?
or something?
Escalade or
Escalade.
Yukon.
Big SUV.
And they're fucking bumping Bob Marley, and he gets out and he's like straightening his jacket up, dapping up everybody in the car. And then he's like, "Yep, let's go in."
His
here-
hair pulled back his little ponytail.
I looked it back up here. It says Mr. Depp's suit against his ex-wife alleges that she defamed him in a December 2018 op-ed published in the Washington Post titled, "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change." The trial is taking place in Fairfax because the online edition of the Post is published via servers in the county, allowing Mr. Depp to sue her in that area. And there's also some other things in here about like SLAPP legislation and anti-SLAPP laws, which are for strategic lawsuits against public participation. So I guess it's got something to do with intimidating speech and that kind of thing. So it'll help him with his defamation suit, sort of.
I mean,
But yeah, that's why it's in Virginia. I guess she tried to get it moved out to Hollywood. But, you know, being out in Virginia, it's kind of better for them because it won't be like a whole big circus, you know?
right. I mean, how do they?
I mean, it's a circus already, but at least it's not as big.
Like, I remember when I was on a jury, you weren't allowed to look up. Like, you really weren't allowed to take your like cell phone in with you. Like, you're supposed to leave it in the debate room or whatever. And like, you weren't allowed to read the newspaper. You weren't allowed to look up information on it. You weren't allowed to bring anything in. And you're obviously not allowed to talk about the case until it's over with. But these people have to be going on TikTok and YouTube and watching everything over and over and over again.
Almost surprised you don't see like TikTok live from the jury room.
Yeah,
Right.
you're very surprised you haven't seen that yet, actually.
Yeah, I'm with you. I remember doing stuff like because I've been on jury duty a couple times, and you think like, what happens? Like, do you have an opinion of Mr. Depp? Like, yeah, his movies suck.
So
You're
what,
excused.
what was your jury duty about?
I've gotten like the letter a couple times, but I've only actually had to go once, and I got selected to be on the jury, and it was a couple of people were stealing fertilizer, anhydrous ammonia, and they use it to make meth.
Oh shit.
And the guy I guess there'd been
If only I had the Breaking Bad music.
this
Heisenberg?
guy was the second or third of two or three guys. They were together, and like, so this guy was saying like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know they were going to do that or whatever." And he got a lawyer, I guess it's from New York or whatever, and didn't, the guy, it'd be like Rob Zillow there not knowing we were all doing some shady shit. Like, "Oh yeah, I'm just a dummy. I don't know what was going on." And they even he even had one of the guys who was already convicted. Like one of the guys took a plea deal because you have to bring like almost like a little spigot, like on the side of your house.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he brought it. We knew. And he was supposed to be helping. Like, no, never mind. Shut up.
What a fucking idiot.
But yeah, they ask you all those questions. Like, do you know anybody on the jury? Are you familiar with, one guy was, it's a little small country town. So it's like, I know the prosecutor.
What do they call it? Voyeur, where you pretty much get drilled by both.
Vaudeer, is that right?
I think that's what it is.
I think it's voyeur or something like that. I think whatever the D is silent, isn't it?
I think Hot Sauce had it right.
But
Vaudeer.
Something like that.
I remember going through that on mine. Mine was a stepfather was accused of raping his two stepchildren digitally and abusing them. And we went through voyeur, I think is what it's called. I think you have it right, but the D is silent, I think. But and they fucking drilled us. And I was like the first juror that they selected. So I'm like right on the corner in the front row of the box.
Yeah.
And they're like drilling me with questions in front of like 40 fucking people. The whole family's in there. And I remember the judge had a Fu Manchu like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
But except he had hair, and like one of the questions, they were like, "Are you friends with a police officer?" And I was like, "Yes, I am. I do know cops, that are friends of the family." And they were like, "Would you take the word of a police officer over a regular?"
Yeah, they ask you that.
And it was like, "Objection." And like I was getting ready to answer it, and they went to the fucking judge, and the judge was like, juror number, whatever, you do not have to answer that question. Please disregard it. And I was like, okay.
You got it, sir.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to argue with you, but yeah, they ask you. I remember they picked us all out, and then the morning of, we were getting ready to start things, and this lady behind me stands up and she goes, I just have to say something. And they're like, okay, ma'am, juror number 13, what do you have to say? And she goes, being the God-fearing woman that I am, I just can't. I think God will punish me to judge somebody like this. And I just can't go through with it. And before she gets sit down, they're like, juror number 13, you're dismissed. And they kicked her ass out, dude. But
Sir,
so,
who am I to judge?
Right. So if you don't want to sit on it and you want to go back to the pool, do whatever, that's all you got to do. But yeah,
we had
I've
one
only ever done grand jury before.
Oh, really? Where you got sequestered?
We didn't get sequestered. It was we had to go, I think it was for 2 weeks, and we had to go every morning. We had to go to the courthouse, and there was, I think, 6 or 8 or something of us. We went in a room, and we just pretty much sat there until they'd come in with something for us to hear. Some days we wouldn't hear a lot. Some days we'd be there for a little bit before we'd hear anything. And when we originally got selected, when they were going through the selection process, when there's like 100 people in this room or whatever, I tried to get out of it. I'm like, hey, listen, I work loss prevention. I catch a shit ton of shoplifters. Like I think it'd be a conflict. Like I know this dirtball and I don't want to sit on a jury against them. And they're like, that's not a good enough excuse. You got to serve. So I ended up serving.
Damn.
And
yeah, they don't let you out of shit, dude.
No.
Like, even if you pull like the religious card, they make you sit in the fucking jury pool and pay you for however much time.
Well, and then it was like kind of in the middle of the time that I was on the grand jury. I did recuse myself from one of the cases because I'd caught the person shoplifting before.
I did
awesome.
On mine. The defendant's last name was Smith or something like that. And one of the jurors' last name was Smith. So he got to go home because he had one of the most common last names in the country or something.
All right.
Nice.
Lucky.
Oh, wait. We can't play that one.
Wow.
The praising look Johnny Depp gives to Sharon. That wasn't. I'm trying to find some highlights here.
You just let Rob Dilla sing the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take my breath away.
Just like the Mountain Dew.
Do some karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like little short Johnny Depp clips.
I mean, they have been very entertaining. The memes and the TikToks has been very, very fun.
Like, it's difficult to comment on like somebody's relationship being like this out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think it's been, she came out and basically didn't say his name, but everybody assumed when she was talking about abuse that she was talking about him. And I guess he kind of got kicked out of that Fantastic Beasts series that he was in, which
he was going to make some money
with the way the last one kind of flopped. Maybe it was for the best.
Yeah.
Shit, the second one turned me off. I watched the first one like, okay, this isn't bad. And then the second one was just like, nah, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Then he was supposed to reprise his role as Captain Jack Sparrow. And then after that, they said, no.
So it seems like just everything's coming up in his favor. It's just,
it's a toxic relationship anyways, but she's making
it's clear they were both doing
right, but she's
being dicks.
But she's the one who's being the more of the mental and physical abuser, and then turn around and lying about it. So
there was, I think there was one TikTok. It was like at a coffee shop, like the drive-through, and they had like a cup for Johnny Depp and a cup for Amber Heard, and like the Johnny Depp cup was stuffed with dollar bills and coins and everything, and nobody put anything.
No
in
one put shit in for her. I mean, the one thing though, like there's this one guy on here. He this is a lawyer, but he's posting all these things on here.
I wouldn't say that.
you agree with me?
That was the one where they pretty much called her fat or whatever. But
wasn't there didn't they play one message where Johnny Depp called her like a sperm receptacle or something?
yeah, pretty much.
like wow.
I think they were interviewing, I think, somebody that he was friends with Johnny Depp, and he's like, did he ever text message you that she was a cunt? He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's even called me a cunt.
The one recording they have of her is like a smoking gun against the whole
Yeah.
case,
Mm-hmm.
where she's like, go ahead, Johnny, tell the world that you're being abused by me. No one's gonna believe you. And she's like, I hit you. I didn't hit you that hard. And he's like, oh, you hit me.
He's like, you punched me. No, I slapped you with an open hand. I didn't really punch you, Johnny.
I thought I saw something that said that she had like a police report filed against her in a previous relationship or something for hitting.
It was like 2008 or 9. And it was with a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Here you
dating.
go.
Brought up the situation of the fecal matter on the bed, and I
He's trying to laugh either.
and she tried to blame it on the dog.
Why didn't you think it could have been the dogs?
The dogs weigh
Because I picked up my dog's shit.
They weigh about 4 pounds each. She brought up the situation of the fecal matter on the.
I mean,
you were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there?
Were you there?
Were you there?
Follow up to that, if you're going to be smart as a witness, as a lawyer, you might say something like this. So if a string of 3 or 4 people come in here and testify that you
no one cares, lawyer.
They said
you were abusing alcohol toward the end of your relationship with your prior partner, Vanessa Parody, correct?
I was drinking.
You were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there?
You were drinking. You were abusing alcohol toward the end of your relationship with your
It's
prior
like, yeah. Were you there?
Now let me go to court and be a smart ass to an attorney that's cross-referencing me, and all hell's gonna break loose in the courtroom. I'm gonna get cussed out by the attorney. The judge is gonna fucking hold me in contempt.
Yep.
It's just a fucking circus because they're celebrities.
It really is. It's like it's so great for like court TV. Like this is the best thing. Like ABC and everybody's like, fuck yeah.
It's like Judge Judy, like one of those
Do
suits.
you have a drinking problem, Johnny?
Objection calls for hearsay.
I was drinking.
You were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there?
Ask you a different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one.
The old vintage motherfucker you went for, dumbass. Did I read that right?
I was signing off as dumbass.
Did you read that right?
You really did.
Not right now.
That's that. I mean, some of this stuff has been hilarious.
It has been. Then they ask him about a box. He's like, was there cocaine in it? Or he's like, and it looks like you can't put cocaine in it.
Yeah, and I can say I just started watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia like a month or so back. Apparently it's pretty fucking popular, and I was like one of the last people that hadn't watched it. Why are we not seeing more stuff about the shit in the bed episode? Like, I don't know. People aren't tying these two together with that. Like, I've not seen any memes about it or anything.
Let's see what this one says.
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are you?
What am I supposed to do? Do this? I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby.
You're a fucking baby, Rob.
You are such a baby. Grow the fuck up, Johnny.
Physical fights?
I did start a physical fight. Because yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You're admirable.
You're admirable.
And that right there is the power of direct evidence.
It's a smoking gun.
Yeah.
I mean, she writes a thing about him being a wife beater, and there's nothing but endless amounts of recordings about her hitting him. And
yeah, you did the honorable thing, but I'm gonna smack the shit out of you anyways, and then blame you.
He's got pictures of him with his finger fucking cut off from her throwing alcohol bottles at him. A picture of him with a burn cigarette. on his
burn on
face
his
from the
face.
emergency room. Like, did this lady really think that she was going to countersue him and win that $100 million? Because I mean, everything I'm seeing, unless they're saving something for the last couple days,
Right.
on Johnny, like Johnny's slam dunking this shit, dude.
That's why he's happy. He doesn't care. He knows he's winning.
I mean, I've never been a Johnny Depp fan, but I gotta say, I find myself wanting to go watch some fucking Johnny Depp movies after this.
I mean, you listen to him, it's almost like you're watching him the live action of like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Right.
There's a big fucking knife there, man.
He's ate up for sure.
Yeah.
Like you could tell that dude's done one too many
opiates and pills and drinking too much.
Give the nose a rest, buddy. And I think he has here lately, but who knows? But and I mean, I'm not like encouraging domestic violence of any. It's like we said last time, these are two fucked up people that should not be with each other. And now we find out that they actually have what was a psychologist or something testify the other day?
Dr. Curry? Was it Dr. Curry with the female?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's smoking hot.
Yeah,
this lady is now like, you know, people are making like TikTok love videos to her, you know,
when Dr. Curry puts on the glasses.
They came out, didn't she say that she thought that Amber Heard had like 2 personality disorders or whatever?
Oh yeah, she had like two disorders or something like that. And it's funny, Amber Heard's lawyers are trying to discredit her, and then they end up actually agreeing with her what do you want to call that, diagnosis or whatever, that like they actually prove her point on the stand. Like, did she hire the worst fucking lawyers in the world?
Was he the one where he asked Johnny Depp a question and Johnny Depp was answering? He's like, objection.
He objected to his own question.
Yeah, he put hearsay to his own question. Like,
you asked the question. Oh yeah, sorry.
And he's like, I don't want to waste the court's time or anything. He's like, you just took 5 minutes to look for a document.
What was? Oh gosh,
look at this. This has some like Tony Soprano like style psychologist thing going on here. Hold on a second. Let me share the screen.
I like the one where he's like he looks like he's doing like writing a really important note or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he slides it over and it's like a little sketch of his lawyer or whatever.
Yeah. And he's like laughing. He's just like, he's like a fucking kid.
Shannon Curry from the Depp Heard trial. Look at that though. She's pretty hot.
She puts on the glasses. She's like doing the reverse Clark Kent.
Yeah. Like, where is a picture of her with her glasses on?
Is that it right there?
Where we see it at? Oh yeah, right here. So, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if that isn't a fine woman right there,
psychoanalyze me anytime.
Yeah, you want her treating your mental health right there, buddy.
Put me on the couch.
What would you say earlier? Johnny Depp's like, once you get on the couch.
Look at that. We'll get a bit. See if we can get a bigger picture of that real quick. Hold on. Where's the picture? God damn it. We'll just go to open image. There we go. Look at that. You want that woman treating you like she could tell you anything that'd be wrong. She could tell you you're fucking crazy. And you're like, you're right, man. I am crazy. Crazy for you.
It'd be like, what was it? Nightmare Alley. Oh, there's that word again. Never.
Yeah.
Vince Robbie doesn't have alligator arms.
Yeah.
Now you know why the dude in Nightmare Alley went crazy.
Yeah.
He had a hot freaking psychologist telling him bullshit, you know?
And make him drink too.
Yeah. But man, it's definitely been something. I mean,
it's been amusing. I know that. It's been a lot of fun with the TikToks and the memes.
I want to hear the whole thing about her shitting the bed though. Because that was just really great.
The fecal matter.
Let's see if we can find out.
What do you call it? The human fecal?
Human fecal matter. Well, I know because I have 2 Yorkies and they're 4 pounds apiece. So it sounds like it's a big shit she took.
Frank did it.
Is this like a whole
fecal matter on the bed?
I think this is the one we heard earlier.
Yeah.
I
don't know how you can keep a straight face, like not in the background listening to this.
Dogs.
Why didn't you think it could have been the dogs?
Because I know.
The dogs were they're teacup York.
The teacup Yorkies.
Look, lady, I know the difference between a human turd and a 4-pound fucking dog turd.
It's like my dad's dog taking a dump. I mean, you're gonna know that's a teacup Yorkie.
Yeah, I want to hear the whole fucking thing, though, man. Here's a nice little.
Did you search the hashtag Amber Turd?
No, I didn't. Did you find it?
No, I just.
Oh, man.
I just remember.
I forgot about that. They've been doing the hashtag of that one.
Yeah, I saw that was the leading hashtag, and I was like, oh my.
I guess it's reached up to like 2 million signatures they have replaced for Aquaman 2 and all this and the Aquaman series. I'm like, let's drop it.
Wow. Crazy. You're crazy.
Crazy.
Wow.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Crazy girl.
Crazy.
Let's see
You're
here.
crazy.
Dude, people are, I mean, the memes for this trial have been outrageous, though. Like, every day there's new fucking memes. Like, they had the one from Jurassic Park with Jeff Goldblum standing by the dinosaur turd, and it was like when Johnny Depp gets home. Man, where Amber's legal team sucks.
Got that right.
No, that's got music.
Of women are tagged with a diagnosis of borderline personality disorder?
No, that's not quite right.
It's not quite right.
75%?
The way you phrased it is not quite right.
Tell me what's right. And in fact, you've said that has never been my opinion, correct?
What I'm saying is that the opinions in here, these are not my opinions. My opinions are provided in my report.
Like, her legal team just sounds so dumb at times. Yeah,
That
Johnny,
is one big pile of shit.
Yeah, that is one big pile of shit. Amber Turd, though. That'd be crazy if you had your own hashtag with turd as your last name, though. So what do you think, Hot Sauce? Who do you think is going to win this case?
The public.
The public is winning every day, right?
The public has already won.
This has definitely been more entertaining than the what was it, the OJ trial?
But wasn't I thought a lot of this stuff had already come out, and we kind of knew it already because after her little article or whatever, like, didn't a lot of this stuff come out as him defending himself against the article? But now it's just in a trial format.
I don't know.
I think maybe some of the specifics are new.
Yeah, like obviously the turd story is new, and
some of the details I think got kind of leaked before it all was officially on the record.
The finger thing was out there because he had to have he had a little green cast on for the last pirate movie.
Yeah.
But Johnny Depp, shit. Let's see what YouTube brings up for Johnny Depp shit.
Yeah, fecal matter.
Does your dog shit in the bed, Rob?
No.
Got into bed.
It can't see its way to the bed.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
The television was on, and I was reading, and I suppose Miss Heard was down in her area, taking off her makeup and changing into sleep clothes, whatever. And,
sleep clothes, whatever,
PJs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
She entered the bedroom while I was laying on my side of the bed, reading, and she was still rattling off all the wrongs I'd done to her in that particular day, and
all the wrongs,
how unreliable I am, and what a horrible person I was.
She called him a fat old man at one point, right?
Yeah, fat old man that plays guitars.
Nothing. I sat there or laid there reading my book, and when she didn't get a jump out of me or a jolt out of me.
Excuse me, sir. Were you drunk while you were doing that?
She walked around the bed.
Objection, hearsay.
And again, you've got you've got a person who is throwing multiple shots at your face, at your head, at your neck, at anything she could hit. So I got up out of bed.
He got up out of bed.
And I grabbed her by the shoulders. And I sat her down on the bed.
So when did she poop? She must have pooped then.
I think that was a
And I
different
said, I'm
incident.
leaving. Please don't get off the bed. Please don't follow me. Please don't try and stop me.
He's
I'm leaving. And she got up off the bed and she squared off at me.
Oh!
In the doorway of our bedroom. And I said, what do you want to do? Hit me again? Would you like to hit me again?
I just imagine some Tupac music like playing like as she goes to
Go
fucking
ahead.
deck him again.
Hit me. Bam.
He does, this motion where he
And
gets
then I
hit.
just said, is that what you wanted? Would you like another?
Would you like another?
Bam.
Where's the rub?
That's the second one.
With him,
Good. Now you're done.
with him being a professional actor, do you think obviously they've practiced for months on this stuff, and this is just him icing the cake on the stand.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I'm out. I'm gone.
Like he's
I went
playing in a
grabbed
movie
few
right now.
things.
Exactly.
Like he's acing this shit left and right.
My other house on Sweetser.
When was the next time that you actually saw Miss Heard in person?
I left Miss Heard. Well, I left Penthouse 3. I left
Penthouse 3.
4:30 in the morning.
According to another article, they were at the penthouse apartment on her birthday, and then he went to his other house in the hills or whatever.
4:30 in the morning, April 22nd.
And then she goes to Coachella or something for something
that's
she
when
had to
I
do.
left. And from that
Coachella.
moment on,
And the maid
I did not
made the grisly
see
discovery.
Yeah, the maid was pissed. She called him like, "What the fuck, dude?"
May 21st.
And why was that?
Why was that, Rob?
The
I
fecal
had
metal.
received some news
Received some news.
that was as absurd
Pause is so
and
long.
grotesque and cruel.
I love how he's
And I
shutting
was
his
shown a
eyes and
picture.
he's reimagining it.
Yeah.
What the problem was.
Trying to go method
I
and
had
relive
gone
the
to Mr.
scene.
Bett and
Paint a picture
said,
for everybody.
She's in Coachella. She's at Coachella.
There you
I
go.
think it's a good time to go downtown so that I can get some of my things, and get them out of there, especially the things that were precious to me, children things from friends, Brando, Hunter, Thompson, whatever, things that were important to me. And he said, I
It's gonna name drop.
don't
Name dropping the shit out of Hunter S. Thompson.
Name dropping his
Brando.
stuff. I got some Marlon Brando and Hunter S. Thompson.
I'm not going to be home for 2 days.
It's no big deal.
And then he
Do you have
showed
things
me
from
a
Marlon
photograph
Brando? You would know.
on his telephone.
Were you there?
They were precious.
Of,
Precious.
My precious.
It's a photograph, Your Honor.
You fucking
He says he
moron.
looked
Look,
at it on his
It's not hearsay if you have proof,
What was the photograph of, Mr. Depp?
The lawyer was like, shit. They got me.
It was a photograph of the bed, our bed, and on
Don't you like how he's
my
building
side
it up?
of the bed
Like any other person would be like, there was shit in the bed.
It's just
was
horrifying.
human fecal matter. So I understood why it wasn't a good time to go down there. My initial response to that was, I mean, I laughed. It was so outside. It was so bizarre and so grotesque that I could only laugh. So I did not go down there then.
There you have it.
Oh shit!
That was the
man.
clip I wanted everybody to hear.
Oh my
It
god!
was just so grotesque.
It was so out of the
I
realm
just-
of ordinary.
I just
It's almost like he's like reciting a poem.
yeah.
Like hearing him say that makes me wish he would have played like Doctor Strange or something. you know? But man, what a fucking shit show that this trial has been.
Literally.
yeah, literally.
I mean, like there's one clip of him talking about they're reading the text messages between him and Amber Heard, and he's talking about I've got something non-violent for your throat or something like that, and the lawyer's reading it off, and he's like, "Can you repeat that?"
The lawyer reads it off like 2 times,
Yeah.
and John Depp's like, can you say that again?
And he's smiling too, and the lawyer's like still saying it.
Right, man. This shit is hilarious, man. Like, I got to tell you, I literally look forward to Monday through Friday seeing every new like highlight of the shit show that they're putting on. Like,
even if he doesn't like win money from the suit or whatever, I mean, it's clear that like public opinion is on his side.
has definitely shifted on his side.
Well, even there was even on the TikTok, he was saying even after the trial, like it's still going to weigh on that. He's going to have that perception that he's a woman beater because the way it's been exposed, and that's just the way it is.
Like, man, I don't like to see anybody lose their job or not be able to work. I mean, you know, people do shit sometimes out of the, you know, it's fucked up. Let's face it. But people learn from their mistakes too.
Right.
Some people don't, some people do. But does that mean you should be punished for the entirety of your life? I don't think so. But man, in this case, I see Amber Heard not being able to get projects again after this.
No, she's gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, I mean,
They'll stick with her for a while.
it will, but I think that they'll play the mental card with her.
Yeah,
and she'll do some like redeeming thing.
She'll go to some kind of rehab or something.
Yeah, like I'm working on my mental health and it's important, and you know, I suffered from mental illness during this, and
yeah, they should get back.
Yeah, but you know, I think I don't think there's any way in hell that she wins this suit.
Yeah,
because she's countersuing for $100 million, right?
I don't know exactly.
Yeah, he's suing for $50 million. She's suing for $100 million.
Yeah, she ain't getting shit.
Her countersuit has got. I don't see anybody in America that would sit on a jury and say that she's innocent of anything in this.
No,
you can't. It'd probably just be one of those things where they both just settle or something.
Yeah. But I think he wants money from her big time. So,
I mean, he lost projects because of this.
Yeah,
so yeah, he's
lost
wanting money.
He's lost a couple movies over it. So, but I don't think we're going to play anymore. We're going to move on now after having a few
Good old
laughs
time.
at Amber Heard's expense there.
Appreciate Amber.
You know, but
That's
so
what
we
they're
got
there for.
What's that?
That's what they're there for.
Oh yeah,
that's why we like it.
Oh yeah, makes for great talk radio, right?
Got that right.
But I think we're going to move on to some crazy news. So, who wants to read like the first article from Crazy News?
Let Mr. PBS. He's a good reader of it.
He is a reader of the news.
Yeah.
He's like what's his face from MSNBC?
Brian Williams.
Yeah.
I was there when the bullets were flying at the helicopter.
You were, buddy.
I was there.
I've never questioned that one day in my life.
And thank you for not. I don't know which one do we want to read?
Sir, you can pick them, whichever one you want. Go with Rob's article.
We're gonna go with the lizard.
Go with the lizards.
Okay, we'll go with a lizard here.
Zilla wants to hear a lizard story.
Not really. I just like, well, we need some crazy news, so I found that.
Shut up, fat ass.
Oh, man.
So let's see. This is from the Express Tribune. The headline here is 4 men gang rape, kill, and eat monitor lizard in India.
Woo.
Men are in their 20s and 30s, and they appear to have done it for fun, says local official.
Now, see, 2 out of 3 isn't bad. They killed it. They ate it. They didn't have to fuck it, though.
Right, exactly.
2 out of 3, I'm okay with. That's not news.
How do you get the idea? Like, man, I'm gonna fuck that lizard.
Yeah. See it flick its tongue at me. It wants it.
You think they were like, was it in a zoo or something? I mean,
It was,
it was out in the open.
it was in a park. It was actually in, I guess, in
Don't
India.
those things eat people and shit?
I don't know what those monitor. Well, those are actually, from what it says in the article, they're rare endangered species, and that was the only one in the park.
Well, let's switch to the Vice article that it's referencing here. Four men gang raped, killed, and ate a protected monitor lizard.
Yeah,
the quote from the top of the article is, "I have never seen a crime like this." Forest officials in India are investigating 4 men who gang raped, killed, cooked, and ate a monitor lizard in one of India's most protected forest reserves. It was the only monitor lizard in the park. So maybe it was like, like the big game hunter, like, I need to kill me the last black rhino. Like, I need to gang rape and eat the last monitor lizard in India. The incident took place on March 29th at the Cyanide Tiger Reserve in the western India state of Maharashtra. This is why Rob didn't want to read the article.
Exactly.
That's why I didn't want to read it.
The forest camera traps meant for tracking tigers caught the accused men trespassing the reserve's Chandoli National Park. Forest officials arrested the men between April 1st and 5th and found photos and videos on their phones of them gang raping a monitor lizard and then killing and eating it. I have never seen a crime like this before, Division Forest official Vishal Mali told Vice World News. The men are in their 20s and 30s, and they appear to have done it for fun. There was no religious or black magic agenda.
That's where I lost, is the black magic agenda.
The men were identified as all locals. They are charged under India's Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. A local court granted them bail last week.
Wow.
India's monitor lizards are endangered and are protected species by law. Violators may be punished with a 7-year jail term.
Yeah, I'd say they're going for that.
A report by wildlife advocacy groups recorded 82 cases of sexual abuse against animals in India between 2010 and 2020. This was out of a total of 500,000 cases of animal-related crimes that include torture and killings.
What is the deal with these people over there and wanting to bang animals?
I don't know.
Most recent cases of sexual abuse against animals include a man raping and killing a pregnant goat in southern India.
Jesus
and a 60-year-old man raping a female stray dog last year.
What the fuck?
While the suspects are out on bail, Motley said the photos and videos of the incidents have been sent to a forensic lab to build evidence for the case.
What is the deal with these
forest
people?
Officials are also seeking legal advice on charging the accused under a law that criminalizes unnatural sex between humans and animals. Quote, not only is this cruel, but there is a risk of zoonotic diseases from this kind of case. There are concerns of men carrying STDs and other infections from their act.
That's why we're getting COVID, because
the next Rona variant from.
Yeah. All right, next article. Let's go. He's pulling it up, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, dun, dun. Man, that's so many. That's one is way too many crimes.
Yeah. Did they kill the monitor lizard? Is it going to identify him?
They say 80 some cases of sexual.
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about Ezra here? Let's bring Ezra in.
Yeah, I guess we can get Ezra in.
Yeah.
It's from Yahoo News here. Actor Ezra Miller arrested again on Hawaii's Big Island.
Again.
This motherfucker.
He can't stay out of fucking trouble.
I saw a TikTok, him just fucking dancing around in the club and getting like that motherfucker's on some drugs.
I don't know if he's on drugs or if he's not on drugs.
Might be
like he needs to be on
that's
something.
That's a fair assessment. Yeah.
Ezra Miller was arrested on suspicion of assault early Tuesday. The second time the actor known for playing the Flash in the Justice League films has been arrested in Hawaii in recent weeks. Miller became irate after being asked to leave a get-together at a Big Island home and threw a chair, hitting a woman in the forehead, according to a news release from the Hawaii Police Department. The woman refused treatment for a half-inch cut on her forehead, police said. Miller, described by police as a 29-year-old visitor from Vermont, was arrested during a traffic stop and released pending further investigation.
Can you imagine seeing a fucking chair flying and hitting you in the head?
You're like, who the hell threw that? Like, oh shit, it was
Like,
the Flash.
I bet she was just sitting there. And then all of a sudden, this fucking chair, she looked over and this chair was like, bam, right in the fucking
She saw like, a
forehead.
little bit of lightning go and just smack her right in the fucking head.
Like you just saw like the spark go.
Is he doing this shit because he thinks nobody can see him do it?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
What if he is like really mentally ill and he actually believes he's the Flash now? That's why he's like fighting all these people down in Hawaii.
They can't see me when I smack them. I'm the Flash. I'm Barry Allen.
About 12 hours after Miller's arrest, the actor appeared via Zoom for a court hearing for an arrest last month at a Big Island karaoke bar. Miller pleaded no contest to disorderly conduct and was ordered to pay a $500 fine and stay away from Margarita Village in Hilo. Miller was also charged with harassment after police said the actor grabbed a mic from a singing woman and lunged at a man playing darts. Miller was aggravated by a rendition of the Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper ballad "Shallow."
Oh my God.
Chief said, as part of a plea deal, prosecutors dropped the harassment charge along with unrelated traffic charge. Miller received a traffic citation after police were called to a dispute in downtown last month where he was uncooperative and he refused to leave the area and obstructed a sidewalk.
Do you think he was like, "You're not singing the right notes, bitch"?
That's the wrong pitch.
Give me the microphone. I can do it better. I'm the Flash.
Look, where the fuck is this guy's manager, man? What the fuck you doing, Ezra? You
Yeah,
need to
where's
come
his
home.
where's his team at? Like,
Yeah.
dude, you're done vacationing.
So yeah,
You're blowing your career,
Yeah.
literally.
Say the request that Tuesday's court hearing previously scheduled for next week be moved up because he's got time-sensitive work obligations in California and or New York and needs an earlier hearing. The day after Miller was released on a $500 bail for the karaoke bar arrest, a Big Island couple filed a petition for a temporary restraining order claiming the actor burst into their bedroom and threatened them.
Jesus.
A judge dismissed the case last week after an attorney for the couple requested it. William Dean, an attorney for the couple, declined to say why his clients no longer wanted to pursue a restraining order against Miller. Miller's bail, $500 fine, $30 fee. Miller also has a key role in the third installment of the Harry Potter spinoff, Fantastic Beasts. That Fantastic Beasts is just
they really know how to hire some motherfuckers, don't they?
We're just gonna give up because everybody's getting fucking arrested.
Flying chairs and poo on beds.
Every time we cast somebody for a role, something fucked up happens to them. We just don't know what to do anymore.
God,
Jesus. Man, he's a fucking turd though, isn't he?
I don't like something's happened to him. Something
He's always been crazy though.
He's always been a little off, but it's like,
didn't he have
now.
some problems even before the Flash or the first Flash or something?
Yeah.
I mean, he was crazy when he was getting small roles, so
but it's just getting worse.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't give a shit about anything.
No, he doesn't.
He just does whatever the fuck he wants.
That dude's just, man.
Do we have any other articles?
We do have one hot sauce shared.
Yeah, let's go ahead and read
Throw that one on
I
there.
forgot about that one. I think that's like first.
Unless Hot Sauce wants to read it.
Nah, go for it. I'm not trying to steal anybody's thunder tonight. He's fucking rolling over there.
He's a reader of the news.
He's fucking rolling.
Brian Williams over here.
This was quit giving me pop-ups. Dublin Airport got 12,272 noise complaints last year from just one person.
From just one person?
One person was responsible for 9 in 10 of all complaints about noise from aircraft using Dublin Airport last year. The complaint lodged 12,272 complaints during 2001, with DAA at an average rate of 34 cases daily, the airport operator said. Reports from the individual accounted for 90% of complaints received by the airport operator about noise from aircraft taking off and landing at Dublin. It is almost double the 6,227 complaints the same individual filed in 2020. This is even though the total number of aircraft movements at Dublin Airport last year was only up around 10% to almost 91,000 as air traffic continued to be affected by reduced international travel caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The unidentified complainant, who is understood to live in Ongar, northwest Dublin, has been largely responsible for dramatic increases in complaints filed with DA since 2019. Before that, DA was receiving around 1,500 noise complaints a year, but last year's total of 13,569. However, the figure would have been just 1,296 if cases filed by the serial complainant were excluded. As the number of flights has returned to near pre-pandemic levels in 2022, the same individual has already filed a total of 5,276 complaints
God damn.
in the first 3 months of this year, a daily average of 59 cases out of a
Just
total of
fucking move already.
5,573 logged.
What do you expect? from
Like
the
I would just
airport?
stop taking their complaints. Like
Yeah.
Get like caller ID. Nope.
right, like just stop taking their complaints and move the fuck on. I mean, what else can you do?
We got a David
Stay off
Jones.
his
Oh,
lawn.
yep, fuck off.
Stay off my airspace.
Right.
Yeah.
Move your fucking airport, bitch.
We can't do that, sir. That just makes no sense.
I mean, is it really that bad? It can't be that bad. Where you got to call every fucking time an airplane takes off.
Like, are they retired or what the fuck is what's going on? Like, that's the
Working
only thing I
from
can think.
home.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, put
Well,
some
they had
fucking
1,500 complaints from everybody else and 12,000 from him. I don't think it's that bad.
right. I mean, wow, the time that some people have, the dedication it takes to make this many complaints.
It's not the time thing because I've got time to do shit like that and I don't.
and I don't.
I've
Gonna
got
start
time.
Start calling
Yeah.
up O'Hare Airport and filing complaints.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like, yeah, I
file
live an
mine.
hour
I'll
away,
get it
You're
but-
not
midway.
dedicated, Hot Sauce. We need to talk about your dedication.
I'm
you know.
dedicated.
Yeah.
You need to be the guy just staring out, like the HOA guy.
I mean, listen,
Just staring out your window like Jim, 2 houses down,
I
hasn't
think-
mowed his yard this week.
I think Hot Sauce has been making complaints because those boxes are definitely never going to get taken care of behind him.
I feel like something's different. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see more of the wall behind him.
Something. Yeah, I've moved some.
Can't-
shit
maybe
back
it's
there.
moved from the wall to the floor, or maybe is there more? It looks like there might even be more.
No, there's no more.
Did you rearrange some? Put it on.
Some
I moved
fall over,
I
maybe?
moved some stuff back there.
It's maybe just-
Okay.
I'm blown away by the amount of wall.
Yeah.
There's more room back here.
Obviously,
Moved some
you
stuff
you need to step your game up and start complaining more with somebody.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I got the time and won't do the shit. So it's like
He sounds
it's
like he-
dedication.
He just sounds like he's discussing with himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm just fucking up.
are you ever gonna are you thinking about working again, or are you just
It
like,
goes through my mind sometimes. Like I don't. Well, I told her the other day. I said I would go back to work in a part-time capacity, something that I could do 3 or 4 days a week, 4 or 5 hours a day. That's all I need.
That's my requirement.
why don't you get like a part-time alcohol sales rep job or whatever? I think they do those. You can go into bars and sell vodka real cheap.
No fucking bars out here in the country.
What about anything with hot sauce? I mean, because that's your MO. So anything with that or
Oh, look, you just fucking hit the nail on the head for him.
Well, listen, there is a place in town that's called The Hive, and they have a commercial kitchen space where you can rent space, and it's a fully licensed and health inspected kitchen space. And they let you sell the stuff in the front half of the store. And they put a menu up every day of like who's been in making food and what they're going to have for sale in the refrigerated case or the frozen case. I reached out to a friend of mine that owns a hot sauce company in Pennsylvania, Allegheny City Farms. And I said, hey, this is what they have. Could I make legal hot sauce there? He said, absolutely. So there's gears turning. They're slow, but they're turning.
Hey,
what if hot
is
sauce
turning?
turns into like some conglomerate of hot sauce worldwide? Just
like, can you hire me, please?
Like, we're getting my hot sauces into KFC next week.
Yeah.
There's
I said chicken.
things I have thought about. I'm not totally doing nothing. I mean, I've thought about stuff, but I just
He's doing it at a
don't
slower
know
pace. That's all it is.
So
it's difficult because I don't have to have a job. I don't have
Right,
to
right.
work. So I can really be fucking picky and figure out what I want to do. A lot of people do something because they have to. I need a
Might as well
job. I
make
need
it
insurance.
kind of want to do.
I'm sure you want to, though. I mean,
At least make it enjoyable for yourself.
you
Yeah.
want to earn your own money and do your own things at some point too,
Mhm.
So, but not everybody hits the jackpot in this real estate market and gets to move on and pay off all their bills and
Debt free is the life for me.
gets the breadwinner
Right.
in their home. So we've got a couple more things left. Netflix, man, is crumbling this week.
rapidly.
I mean, the shit has hit the fan tremendously with Netflix.
Did you know that the last part of the new season of Ozark dropped today?
It did, yeah.
People, because people online are like, "Oh, I hardly knew."
Yeah,
because like
no,
Netflix has put like nothing behind it.
Yeah.
They haven't advertised it really, and I mean that's really odd because normally, like, I mean, this is one of their biggest shows aside from Stranger Things, and for them to not like advertise the shit out of it during like the NFL draft.
Like, I haven't seen a commercial for it or anything.
No,
not even online.
Because I think they've.
I think I saw a post for it online, but that was through some Netflix page that wasn't a Netflix account.
I mostly have been seeing on Facebook like a countdown 48 days till the final season of Ozark.
Right,
That's how I've kept up with it.
They are so fucked, and they have no idea how they got themselves here. Like, okay, have we not been saying it for a couple years now? They're spending way too much money.
They spent $30 million on each episode of Stranger Things. So that's, I mean, that's
well, and guess what?
money.
You're not going to get to view all of Stranger Things
Mm-hmm.
because all the shit that's happening. That they've lost a record number of subscribers last quarter, and they're still bleeding. I mean, people are still canceling.
They've lost 200,000 subscribers in quarter 1 and expect to lose another 2 million.
Yeah,
in the
they're
second
fucked.
quarter.
They're fucked, dude. And like the layoffs are already happening right now.
Yeah, they've cutting off a lot of their.
That's how quick these companies react once they start losing money. They immediately lay people off instead of saying, "What can we do to fix the problem?"
Mm-hmm.
They're cutting out people that are the idea people for the company, but they're already cutting back on animation, which I think is kind of stupid because people subscribe to stuff to put their kids in front of.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems a little odd though.
Mm-hmm.
But with the loss of the subscribers, they're splitting Stranger Things up into 2 releases.
I thought they were going to do that anyway.
I think they knew the writing on the wall was coming.
But yeah, because that was sort of the joke I made in the group chat. Is like, what if they screw up so bad we don't even get the last season? Of Stranger Things?
But I mean, and
not that I'm sure somebody else wouldn't pick it up.
They can't seem to wonder why they're losing subscribers. They still charge for an HD package, versus a non-HD package, which nobody else does that.
The price
I'm paying for a 4K package.
Right. No one else does that.
Not even HD. I'm paying for 4K.
I have the premium account too, just because I have a family account. Yeah, but I don't have anything in 4K, obviously. But it was just the old family account, and they moved me to it. And they start going on about this password sharing shit, alienating the customers. Like, you should hope that people share their password to some extent, that somebody likes it enough to get their own account eventually or whatever, or there's enough talk about it that, it influences other people to sign up for your product.
Well,
it's not like one person is sharing their account all over the world, posting it in a Reddit account for anybody to go on and view when they can.
And they had one of the big complaints was like, how often do you get into a Netflix show and they cancel it first season, second season, whatever?
They've just
how are you going to get new subscribers? Like, oh, that show was good. Oh, they're not going to finish it. Okay, then maybe I won't.
There's no point in you going back.
Yeah, because they just canceled Space Force.
Mm-hmm.
They just canceled Space Force.
Space Force had it coming, dude.
Well,
I can't make it through that second season.
I haven't watched it.
I've watched.
I've heard. I heard it's tough to watch.
3 or 4 episodes, and I'm like, they couldn't do better with this cast. But I mean, I don't know.
And for me, who made that show anyways was John Malkovich. Anyway,
yeah. I mean, I know Netflix is pretty good about letting the creators create and not getting involved, but I don't know. I mean, at some point they gotta, realize like, let's weed out the shit and let's invest in the good shows that people really want.
Just like we'll never get the last season of Glow. That's fucking devastating.
Well,
it is what it is.
The big draw from Netflix from the beginning was that it was the first.
Yeah.
So like it was the place that had everything. But now that everything else is getting their own streaming, they're taking their stuff back.
Yeah, they're losing everything to other platforms.
And because like their highest show at one point was The Office.
The Office.
Not their show, it was it was NBC show or whatever.
Yeah. And NBC saw those numbers and they were like, well, we can just make our own streaming service and make our own, shows catered for the streaming service. And the same thing happened with Paramount, and
Discovery now and the HBO.
FX
Hulu
went with Hulu when Disney bought all that. I mean, I just don't see many bright days for Netflix in the future.
Well, and you mentioned something as well that's very special with Netflix, what they're able to do with the streaming that you've talked about as well.
There's something where they can compress the lower quality, like they can send it through on lower bandwidth without the stream being interrupted or something like that.
So I mean, at that point, you have to start looking at who might buy Netflix.
But I don't see that like anybody can come up with that. Obviously nowadays,
yeah.
I mean, somebody is smart enough to figure that out. But I don't see many bright days for them. Unfortunately, I think the golden days for Netflix is over, and
I mean,
just that way.
I mean, just the quality of other shows, what they're other streaming services, what they're putting out. I mean, it's just mind-boggling.
Who else? I mean, these people that were putting up money for all the content and stuff, are they going to keep putting up money and not seeing, like, did they get returns on it? I mean, now that their stock is starting to get fucked up over this,
stock is dropping.
They really don't have the like, oh, our stock is great, we can borrow the money.
Right.
Don't worry about it, we got you. Like if it keeps dropping, they're going to be in trouble.
Their stock's down $200 in the last 30 days.
Yeah, $200 in the last 30 days.
51%.
Jeez.
The last 3 months, it's down 210.
And it says this is the first time in 10 years they've lost subscribers too.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
And I mean, part of it is people just don't have the extra money to spend like they used to.
Especially with all the streaming services that add up.
Right.
So you're paying for like $130 for a cable bill
now. Yeah. But I mean, they're just, they've done nothing but harass their customer. They have not been customer focused in the past 8 years, let's say.
And they keep rising the price.
I mean, every year they've risen the price for what, 5 years or 6 years?
It's always gone up.
I mean, for what? Like, you're borrowing the money, like
yeah.
You're putting the more expensive content out. Subscribers were growing at one point. So, but I don't know, man. They just, something doesn't seem right with them. And they have no clue as what they're doing wrong, even though everybody else can tell you they're shooting themselves in the foot.
And they're like, well, we still don't understand. Well, we can tell you why.
Right.
No.
It's something is going on there. And it almost sounds like they need a change of leadership. Because I mean, they're just
like Warner Brothers did.
Yeah, they're on a free fall right now, and they just have no idea what to do.
Well, they better find out quick.
Yeah, they better. I mean, I haven't canceled my shit because I want to watch shit on.
Well, that's the thing too. And there's a lot of times there's a lot of good shows too on there, but it's just like, everything that they're doing, like you mentioned, they're alienating customers. They keep rising the prices. It's just getting ridiculous at this point.
Mr. PBS will never have a Netflix account.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He just bums it off of everybody,
That's fine though.
I couldn't tell you the last time I even used anybody's Netflix.
I'm really hoping that like Apple or even Disney just buys them and combines it everything into one price,
Right.
Cut down on that streaming shit,
Somebody said, isn't it gonna be funny when it turns out that like the best model was like pay TV all along, advertised TV.
Right. Because I mean, really, when you're getting up to adding all this stuff, it comes to a total package. I mean, it's comparable to cable.
I know Hot Sauce has got his ad blockers and all that, but like when there's just a couple of ads for like an hour of TV, and they all tell you like how long they are, like 30 seconds, a minute, whatever. You get used to it. Like, all right, whatever, it's fine.
I don't want ads during movies, though.
What's that?
I don't want ads during movies.
Yeah, it is.
Give me a pre-roll, but I don't want them during the movie. Don't break the movie up.
Yeah, I want to watch a movie without any interruption.
Yeah, give me something I got to watch at the beginning of the end. But because they're all like almost all the ones I watch with ads, they're always off by a little bit anyway.
Right.
So you'll be watching something and like right as they're getting ready for the big reveal, it hits the commercial like 5 seconds too early. You're like, no.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Peacock, there's some cocksuckers. Like some movies, like have ads no matter what, even if you have the premium account. Like, come on now, that's not what you advertised. I paid for the premium account, so I don't have to watch any fucking.
I paid
ads.
my premium.
Yeah, And they're like, well, this movie is provided by the sponsor, so we have to have the commercials.
Cater to me.
Like, fuck you.
No, I see
then-
no ads on Peacock. My ad blocker kills everything on Peacock. I watch Peacock totally commercial free.
Nice.
Paramount Plus with the ad free version, I can't get around it.
Now you see, I have Paramount Plus with the ad version, and I haven't watched a movie yet on there where they play commercials.
I think it's more for like the TV series.
Yeah.
Movies,
Yeah.
not quite so much.
Yeah, and that's cool. Have you guys checked out Tubi, by the way?
I have a
No.
long time ago.
Everybody's saying that Tubi has like a killer selection of movies.
I watched a couple movies
like
on
old school
Tubi. Yeah.
horror movies, and I mean a couple decent quality movies. I've other than that,
I downloaded the other one, Pluto, which is
Yeah.
kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
It had some
yeah.
good stuff on there.
and
Yeah.
Pluto had some nice stations on there for
There's
being
a-
a free platform.
There's a couple shows on. Well, a couple movies I want to watch on Crackle.
Mhm.
One had Zachary Levi from
Shut up,
Shazam.
fat ass.
From Shazam. I
So,
forget what it's called.
so
but
yeah,
that
there's
was quite
some
a
good
while.
stuff out there with the free ad stuff. It's,
yeah, I mean it is what it is, but let's face it. Here, Netflix has made their living off of being an ad-free membership.
Mhm.
And now they're like, well, maybe we should do an ad price.
Weren't they doing something there for a while where they were doing like in ad movies, like in like promotional stuff?
I'm
Like
sure
in the
they
movies,
were. I'm sure they were.
like whatever you call that, where you get the item in the movie.
But if I'm like a person that has control of a lot of stock of Netflix, and I just lost my fortune this week, I'm going in, I'm demanding a meeting with the board or whoever, and I'm just like, we need to stop financing mediocre Ryan Reynolds movies. We need to invest in great television series. We need to find the next Stranger Things, and it needs to be done like yesterday.
Mhm.
And let's invest in quality movies too.
Well, and it was the other part of that was, a lot of companies are bringing back like the weekly streaming show.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've done that too now because
I mean, Disney.
yeah, well, Tracy watches a Korean drama, which it drops a episode every week, basically. So basically, you have to wait for it, so
Yeah.
it doesn't drop one. So
Or like Outer Range on
Oh
Amazon.
God, Outer Range is so.
They
I'm having a good time
drop 2
watching it.
episodes every week for the duration.
I'm having a good time watching Outer Range.
Mhm.
I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, and it's fucking weird, and I love it.
yeah,
I don't know if it's going to stick the landing, but I'm enjoying it.
Right? Yeah. I don't know if it's going to end good, but so far I'm having fun. I love weird shit where you can't figure anything out.
well, we were talking about. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, is he in
And
another fucking dimension?
Josh
What?
Brolin.
That guy's awesome.
I love him as like the older cowboy. You know.
Yeah, he's got that fit to him.
Yeah. But hot damn, Netflix, they're in trouble. Like, hate to say we told you so, but we knew this day was coming.
I think a lot of people.
And
Just
it's
matter of
sad that
time.
like regular dudes like us can see like all, read all the articles from years ago. Like Netflix is borrowing this amount of money. Netflix is again borrowing more amount of money and investing it. And we're like, man, that's not going to pay off very well because
At this rate, anyways.
yeah, it's not working. We seen the movies you're putting out, man. Like like the movies aren't going to sell like that for.
Right.
But I mean, I guess some of them did. I mean,
Some of the movies I think were there just to get like, they're trying to win an Oscar or whatever.
do you think they're like Adam Sandler? We need you to make another fucking movie because people subscribe and watch your shit. Yeah, that's the truth.
Save us, Adam.
Yeah, like why?
Adam, you're our only hope.
Like if they went to like somebody like Adam Sandler, like, look, we need a movie a year from you to
Yeah.
keep people coming back.
And he'd be like, no problem. Let me get my buddies. We'll make a movie.
I think didn't he sign another deal with them?
I thought he did. Well, I thought he did before the last couple movies he did.
Yeah,
that he signed some multi.
I know he wants to create like basically like a universe.
Sam
basically.
reverse.
Yeah.
Man, Hot Sauce being quiet over there.
No, I'm just, when do they start making you sign 1-year contracts for these streaming services?
Who said that?
No, that's what I'm saying. When do they start making you do 1-year contracts?
Oh, yeah.
When do you think that happens?
Some of them already do like subscribe for the year, get a discount
Yeah,
or whatever.
like
Yeah, the
annually.
discount, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
annually, biannually.
Or if you get this service, you get this other service.
Disney did
for
that.
free for 6 months
Disney did that at their launch, like sign and you'll get it half off or whatever.
for like a year.
Yeah.
A year subscription.
But I mean, when
you bill it
do
to your phone bill.
when you do that, you don't realize it. It fucking goes on the thing as auto renew.
Yeah.
So you don't realize it. I mean, shit.
Right.
I've got a Nintendo Club thing that goes on auto renew, and I've probably played it 4 times. I mean,
Nintendo's only $20 a year though.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah, that's different. That's
I mean, yeah, maybe it would be in Netflix's best interest to grab money from you, but then again, they can't raise the price on you, for half the year or whatever when they do raise the price. But I don't know, man. Like I think they need to really sit down and say, what can we do to be more customer focused and driven and deliver better products to our customers to make them want to, spend the money even during these hard times.
Like I said, I think a lot of the negatives I've been seeing from people online are things about like, oh, they canceled my favorite show after a season.
Yeah.
So why am I even bothering getting into a new show just for them to cancel it?
And I mean, a lot of times they cancel these shows before people even have time to even really watch them.
Right.
So it's like, not everybody watches everything, that first 2 weeks that it comes out. Sometimes it takes people a month or two to get.
Even like professional people are like, hey, there's too much to watch.
Yeah.
I've literally got
there
too
literally
much to watch.
There literally is too much to watch. I've got a list that I'm just so fucking behind that I just stopped caring.
Right.
I just stopped caring. I just got caught up with Better Call Saul. 2 years of Better Call Saul that I just totally forgot about because I've been so entrenched in movies and other TV shows that we've been, watching. I feel kind of bad because Better Call Saul's got some fucking amazing.
Well, even just like all
acting.
these other future shows that they're going to get made.
Shut up, fat ass.
Don't you dare cut me off again.
Badass.
You're gonna find a grotesque surprise in your bed when you get home tonight, buddy.
That's right. I'm already texting Tracy.
Big old pile of shit.
Put that blind dog on Rob's side of the bed. What would you do if you came home and the dog shit all over the bed?
Like clean it up like a good bitch.
I had to clean it up yesterday. He took a shit in the house.
He cleaned it up while the dog just looked at him.
Rob would call us and he'd be like, it was absolutely grotesque.
It was
so out of the realm
dog.
of normal.
It was dog fecal matter.
That all I could do was laugh.
I was just so astounded.
We need to get you some pinky ring fingers like Johnny Depp has.
No.
And get you some like tattoos all over your hands and shit.
No.
Why not?
No.
We really want to make you look like Johnny Depp.
No.
Okay.
No.
So Rob's favorite convention was this week.
I didn't even know that was a convention.
CinemaCon.
CinemaCon.
I don't know anything about CinemaCon.
It just, from what I read, it started in like 2011, I believe it started.
I've seen a lot of people tweeting about it.
Yeah. I mean, I've
sort of like
heard,
getting first looks at a lot of movies.
I've heard they drop a lot of like secret stuff there, or obviously they revealed a whole bunch of Doctor Strange shit that people have been going on. I've seen a couple screenshots already and I'm like, fuck.
I have not even like, they're like, oh, new trailer. I'm like, nope.
Yeah. I saw a screenshot with 3 screenshots going 1, 2, 3. And it revealed like 3 things in it. And I was like, motherfucker.
The only thing I saw was a screenshot. It's in the trailer, but you see a shield. That's the only thing I've seen.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and you know what the shield is if you've watched the
What If?
Yeah, What If? Goddamn cocksuckers can't keep anything to
You
themselves.
can't. And then they're like, oh, I knew it was going to happen because you fucking spoiled it 2 months ago, cocksucker.
Do they not still confiscate cell phones when you go in and view these things?
They need to. Give me your fucking phone. No, we'll get the fuck out.
They need to do something that like kills
You need like a little EMP
shine something down to where it blocks the camera or something.
You put like a small EMP on these fucking phones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is the goddamn Matrix. Like those machines.
Like we've killed your cell phones and they'll be back online within an hour.
This is bullshit. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but that's big FCC shit right there.
Oh yeah,
nailed for that.
So they did a bunch of trailer reveals for that for CinemaCon. Like Barbie was one of them. I don't know how they're gonna pull that movie off.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie.
It's Margot Robbie.
I mean, people will watch it just to see Margot Robbie and hot shit, but
yeah. Who's gonna be Ken?
it can't be good.
No,
it can't be good.
So they're gonna make her play Barbie, but they're gonna give her shit about playing Harley Quinn.
Right.
What the fuck ever. Dude. Makes no sense.
Margot Robbie and Zac Efron, Barbie and Ken.
Figures.
Okay, I could see Zac Efron. as Ken.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
They showed was it 35 minutes of Doctor Strange with this?
Yeah, it was like 30 minutes of Doctor Strange. I think they showed a clip of Black Adam.
Yeah, they showed an extended trailer of The Flash.
And also, I believe Aquaman as well.
Which they showed first screening of the new Top Gun Maverick.
Yep, Top
They
Gun.
showed a screening of it.
Yep.
Oh wow, that movie's got to be good.
I saw one tweet that said like in the middle of the movie, a 50-year-old man stood up screaming in ecstasy. It's like dads are gonna love this movie or whatever.
Dude, like every time, it's kind of funny. Like I've been at my mom's eating dinner, and my mom and stepdad, you know, they're from that era, the 80s and 90s movies. And I saw the preview for the new Top Gun movie. I was like, oh, that's got to be good. And my stepdad was like, it's going to be a great movie. It's got to be a great movie.
You just look at him like, it's going to be good.
It is. It's going to be good.
The first 15 minutes of the Spider-Verse movie. The sequel.
Yeah, people are
Spider-Verse.
so pissed about that because it got pushed back.
Pushed back again.
I guess it's gonna be like I think that's gonna be like 240 characters are gonna be in the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, they
it's
said
gonna be a massive amount.
Yeah, it's gonna go through a lot of universes.
New poster for Jordan Peele's Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Hunger Games prequel.
And Jordan Peele did reveal that Nope is about aliens.
No fucking shit. Like you can't tell in the fucking commercial.
You can't watch that movie and see people flying up into the light. And
you can't see a little fucking figure walking by the stables with their fucking head. Like you don't like. No,
people are so stupid. Like, is it really about aliens?
I think they showed an intro of David Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future as well.
Mm-hmm. People are talking about that
body
movie
horror.
too.
The trailer was fucking creepy.
Olivia Wilde, they showed a trailer for her movie too.
That's supposed to be extremely good.
And I guess, you know, they're saying she's going to be like the next in demand director, writer.
Yeah.
Well, she directed that
Booksmart
Booksmart or whatever that came out a couple years ago, I think, got really good reviews.
Yeah.
Kevin F. Feige, whatever.
Feige.
He said he's like they're planning out like the next 10 years of the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the next
Disney released some graphic of like all their movies coming out the next 2 years. Doctor Strange, Bob's Burgers, Thor.
They confirmed Batman 2 will be made.
Wakanda Forever.
The Batman 2 will be made.
Which we figure is going to happen.
Indiana Jones, but hopefully they'll forget that one.
Yeah. The Elvis movie, Salem's Lot film.
An extended first look at James Cameron's Avatar 2.
Yeah. The Way of the Water.
Is anybody going to remember what Avatar is by the time this come out?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never watched the first one because I had no fucking desire to see it.
I went and watched it because I wanted to see what all the 3D thing was like, and it's kind of weird. Like that movie didn't really bother me a whole lot with the 3D, and I remember it was like kind of like amazing with the fire, like fire was in front of you and shit, and like you felt like you watched the movie before, you'd seen it before.
Well, what a lot of people compare it to is like it's like a B movie with extremely amazing graphics.
Yeah,
and that's what a lot of people compare it to.
It's Pocahontas in 3D.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
With alien, on an alien planet, and I remember I saw that in 3D, and I was like, okay, cool, and I went to go see Avengers in 3D, and my eyes couldn't fucking handle Avengers in 3D. Like it was like too much for my eyes to keep up with. I had the worst migraine of my life after seeing that movie. And I'm terrified to do 3D movies after that.
Yeah, you're like not doing 3D.
Yeah, like I won't do it, which they kind of cut back on it. It's not as
the Olivia
big as it
Wilde
once
movie
was.
is Don't Worry, Darling is one where
Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah.
And that's got Florence Pugh and Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
Yep. And they have the prequel basically of Wonka. So Willy Wonka, they have that as
Do
well.
we really want to see that?
The one I really want to see is the Black Phone. Jason Blunt's Black Phone with Ethan Hawke.
Oh yeah, that
looks
people are
good.
talking about that.
That looks pretty sweet.
That's from Scott Derrickson, who did Sinister.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's gonna be. I think that's gonna be really
From
good. That
Joe Hill story.
I think Megan. There's another one. It's almost like an Annabelle story, basically. From
I've
Jason
seen
Blum.
I've seen the
I've seen still shots, but
I've seen the poster from that, right? That's got they got Olsen in it, but she's like a little doll looking thing.
Yeah, it's very weird.
New footage from John Wick Chapter 4.
Yep.
Yep.
Vengeance. That's what it's gonna be called. And also the
Can't wait for that movie.
Expendables 4. Because I know Megan Fox is in it. She's been tweeting that about.
So they're really going to make an Expendables 4.
Yeah, because it was like her and Jason Statham. They haven't
Fun
had a
fact:
release date.
I've not watched any Expendables movies.
They are
Really?
They are so fun.
I mean, you're an
No.
80s action fan, aren't
Yeah.
you?
I just never
Oh,
watched
dude.
them.
You'll love them. You'll love them if you like 80s action.
I don't care. It's a little
movies.
spoiler, but the best one was in part 3. They have to break out a certain person, and I'll say Wesley Snipes. And they're like, "What are you in here for?" He's like, "Tax evasion."
Yeah. You'll like it. Hot sauce.
I
It's
hadn't
awesome.
heard this one. Zack Snyder will return to direct a Justice League sequel.
That's
Justice League Dark Side's War.
Really?
Yeah.
That's on there. Huh? Is it going to be an HBO Max exclusive?
I mean, it's definitely Warner HBO, so we'll see if that's.
Where's that listed at?
Oh wait, no, maybe it's not right. Hold on.
I was
I'm
gonna
just
say.
scrolling through. I'm just scrolling through the CinemaCon hashtag on Twitter.
Oh yeah, that can't be right. Because they want nothing to do with Zack Snyder making another Justice League movie. Like, fuck that guy. We already gave him $70 million. Remake his fucking movie.
Venom 3.
Yeah, they're gonna try to keep that going since Morbius bombed.
When will they just give up on their whole idea of making a live Spider-Verse fucking cinematic experience?
Just announced Fantastic Four project release date will be delayed to later in Phase 5 and will be replaced with Shang-Chi 2.
Shang-Chi.
New footage from The Flash.
Yeah,
Halloween Kills. Jamie Lee Curtis presented some information.
They
with
ended
that.
the Flash trailer with Michael Keaton suiting up in the Batman suit.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "You want to get crazy? Let's get crazy."
Fucking all right, Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Michael Keaton is the man. I can't wait for that movie just to see Keaton and Batfleck and whatever else they're going to surprise us with. I guess
I'll just be happy to see Nolan back one more time, or Keaton back one more time as Batman.
Right. Well, is he going to be back more than once? I think he's going to be in the Batgirl movie too. And then we get Supergirl too in this one.
Yeah, Batgirl. I think is Brendan Fraser is the one who's going to be the villain in that. Or
I don't know.
Supergirl?
I haven't really read a whole lot on those.
I know that Brendan Fraser got his big break since in Doom Patrol and winning
Did
people
you see
over.
he signed at one of those conventions?
Yeah, and like they're fist pumping and everybody.
People
loved him.
were just so fucking happy, and he was so happy that he was making
Yeah.
those people happy.
Yeah.
Another Ghostbusters sequel.
They did
you guys
announce
shared
that.
something
Yeah,
about that.
Ghostbusters Afterlife got a sequel.
Confirmed.
Oh, we get the Mission Impossible. The next title, Dead Reckoning.
Part
Oh,
part 1, and then part 2 would be 2024, I think.
Tom
and
Cruise.
2023. So this will be where he dies.
He'll be-
in real life.
he's going to become the next Liam Neeson, where he's doing action movies until he's like 80.
Liam Neeson has another one out called Memory with
Yeah.
the poor man's Brad Pitt.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've seen the preview, but I can't remember anything
Yeah.
about it.
I just know he's shooting people in the silencer.
The best part about the preview is it's like from the director of Casino Royale.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even remember who the director from Casino Royale was. That's 20 years ago.
It's funny. Liam Neeson is almost like Jason Statham for me. I will watch anything that Jason Statham makes. And Liam Neeson, I will watch anything Liam Neeson makes because I know it's going to be somewhat entertaining. And I'll get to see this old guy fuck some people up. But man,
I think there's the one I didn't watch with Liam Neeson. It was like The Marksman. I know it's on Hulu, but I didn't watch
it's
that.
decent.
It looked decent. It
All
didn't
of
look
his
bad.
movies are decent. There's one that I haven't watched. I think where they crash in that plane.
Is that the Gray?
Yeah,
The Gray?
that's the one.
I didn't-
That's probably the only one I haven't seen in recent days.
There's one I want to watch. I think it's like A Walk Across the Gravestones or
A Walk Amongst the
to
the gravestones of
Tombstones. Yeah.
Tombstones.
Walk
I
Amongst
think that's on
Tombstones.
Netflix, but I
Yeah,
might
it's
take it down.
decent. It's
Yeah.
decent.
That one and I think Commuter. I didn't watch that one.
Commuter was decent. Yeah,
But I feel like they're all
do
the
that.
same.
they
are.
are.
I feel like he's like the same character though. I mean,
He
there's
is.
nothing wrong with that.
He's
but-
got his groove and he's keeping it, man. Hot sauce. What do you think of Liam Neeson?
I like it.
Yeah.
There's
What's your favorite Liam Neeson movie?
my favorite appearance with Liam Neeson in is I think it's either Ted or Ted 2. He's like, "Can I buy this cereal?"
Yeah.
That was the best part.
That-
yeah,
that
you
was
can buy
love
it.
Taken.
Taken was good.
Taken
Taken's really
Taken
good.
was amazing. And even the sequels for what they were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last one was the worst one, but still decent.
Yeah, the last one was definitely the worst one. Felt like it should have been an at-home release, but it was still good.
Dark Man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dark Man.
He did come out and say that he wouldn't mind to do like an elder Dark Man.
Hey, what about let's go old school on you? What about Next to Kin?
Is that the one with him and Patrick Swayze?
Him and Patrick Swayze.
He was the brother, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was the little hillbilly
Dude,
brother.
dude, I used to watch Next to Kin all the time.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna shoot the motherfuckers with that bow and arrow.
He was a badass in that movie.
Yeah, remember the bus full of snakes that freaked me the fuck out?
Yeah.
Because he got all the fucking hillbillies from the hills. Like, we gotta go fuck some shit up.
I don't know if I've ever watched that.
He just
Next
said
to Kin is good. You would like it.
Well,
He
it
just
sounds
said-
familiar. I'm trying to look it up.
I think it's what, late 80s?
80s, 90s, somewhere right
It's
in
like
there.
it's late 80s
it was
or
like
early
80,
90s.
Yeah. Let me see.
It's in that 88 to 90 range, I want to say.
Yeah,
89, directed by John Irvin.
Sure.
Yeah. Whatever you say, buddy.
They, I guess he was asked in an interview or it came up or whatever that if he'd come back to Star Wars, and I guess he said he wouldn't do it in a series, but if he'd do it for a movie.
Yeah. It's like, Liam, come on now. Series are the future of cinema.
For Disney, it sure seems that way.
Yep. So, anything else special out of CinemaCon?
Now, those are the ones
That's
that kind
like
of the
the
big ones
major
I'm seeing.
stuff,
I'm
We
seeing
had a
the repeats.
nice little discussion, about some movies coming out of CinemaCon. But if you get a chance, look them up, and you might see something you like and want to watch in the future. Who knows?
A lot of good stuff coming up.
Hopefully, you enjoyed our Amber Heard Johnny Depp coverage.
Shut up, fat ass.
But I think we're out of time here. We've gone over. We're at an hour and a half, so it is time to end this phenomenal show of the Sleazy Podcast. As always, my call to action is to share the show with a friend, and from there we'll get maybe to get them to share the show with somebody. So, do that, and if you can, give us a review on like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or wherever you're listening to the show. Give us a review. That always helps out nice and gets us a little bit more coverage or listens, if you can say that. But
when are you going to open up the live viewing here? When are you going to link that out for people to join in live and do comments and stuff?
I don't know. I mean,
I remember a long time ago, it was just me and you. We would do it, and like we had like the two, 3 people automatically come in and always fuck.
There would be like 10 people that would come in. I don't know. I mean, I thought about doing like hangout sessions, on our off week, where we could do like ask people what they want to hear about next week.
Just
or
do
whatever.
like a TikTok live or whatever.
Yeah, maybe, have everybody join in remote, or you guys can come over or whatever. I don't give a shit. But I don't know. It's something to be. I thought we would do the Sleazies live, but there's so much preparation in that show.
We should have a big party for your birthday in July.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
National Sleazy Day.
National Sleazy Day. There you
I'll
go.
be in Ohio in July.
Will you?
Good. You can come by.
Hang on. Let me get my calendar.
She's like, let me check my schedule.
I've got
I
two
might be
weddings.
working that week.
Oh my god.
Dude, we're still recording. Finish this up. I'll check.
Yeah. Okay. So this is it, folks. This is the end of the road. And like I said, give us a review, share the show with somebody.
Serve Rob Zilla some court papers, whatever.
Yeah. Serve him some child support papers or divorce papers.
Send me the jury duty. Never
Yeah.
been. Why not?
Just run up and slap papers in his face,
Mhm.
then run away. That would be kind of cool.
Remember to tell him you got served.
Yeah.
They say I'm a fan of the show and want to run away. Then
You
I'll be
got
happy
served,
about it.
bitch.
You got served.
Then tell him to shut up, fat ass.
But
Love you too.
that is all we have for you on this episode of the Sleazy Podcast. Remember, keep it sleazy.
Thanks for listening to the Sleazy Podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and remember, listen to Sleazy.